What's going on, guys? Today is going to be a fantastic video. It's going to be a really good recap looking back at all the stuff that I collected coming back into this hobby. And I'm not talking about vintage because honestly, my vintage purchases weren't all that bad. The conditions were kind of shoddy in some cases, but for the most part, I don't regret a lot of my vintage purchases. But my modern sealed purchases, in terms of the value I got back on them today, even a year, 2 years after I bought some of this stuff, 3 years for some of this stuff, it is apparent to me that I have a lot of knowledge to bestow upon the next generation of collectors to not make the same mistakes that I made. And we talked about that a lot in the live stream we did the other night. But I'm going to be talking about some products. These were just the ones I just picked up to put in the thumbnail. But guys, I made a lot of mistakes collecting early on. And I've talked about those mistakes in the past, but now that I've been cleaning out my garage and selling a lot of this sealed product to some of my friends locally who really wanted this product, which I can't blame them. Right now, Pokemon sealed investing and collecting is really, really hot. So I let a couple of my friends locally know that I was getting rid of my sealed products, and they were like, what are you getting rid of? If it's out of print, it's something that I'm interested in. So I have been very fortunate. I've been able to sell a lot of my modern sealed products that aren't booster boxes, right? We're going to talk about all the random kind of stuff, the random kinds of stuff that I bought early on as a collector, stuff that I kind of regret that I bought now. Some of it had went up in value, some of it not so much. But the point is, if I would have just been really, really simple and bought booster boxes, regardless of whatever the set was, and put those in my garage, it would have, one, been way more easy to organize. Two, it would have been a better investment overall. And three, it would have been way easier to track my progress or the value of these things. Instead, I went around buying a hodgepodge of crap that I really didn't need, all kinds of different products. So I really just picked up whatever I could fit. I went and took 2 trips from my garage and grabbed just a bunch of random stuff. One of them we opened last night, which of course had nothing in it. I don't know if it's just my luck that like whatever I touch modern tends to not have anything in it. But my friends bought a bunch of stuff and they're going to open that stuff with me. So it'll be funny if they end up getting the hits out of stuff that I've sat on for years now. But we're going to go over a lot of these purchases and hopefully you guys take something from this video. I think it's pretty cool to make to take a long-term look at a lot of this stuff and kind of evaluate how it did. And, right up to where, we're going over, everything is coming full circle. We're about to hit 5,000 subscribers. We're 70 subs away, and then we're going to open a base set heavy pack. That'll probably be next week. We'll probably open some 151 and a base set heavy pack. That's going to be a phenomenal opening because it's going to be modern nostalgia combined with, the epic, nostalgia of just the vintage, most iconic sets like base set. But we're going to go over a lot of this stuff and hopefully it'll keep people from making the same mistakes that I made that are coming into the hobby now, that are inundated by all these products and kind of don't know where to start. So first things first, we talked about this a lot last night in the stream. And the other thing is all the products I'll be talking about here, I will be listing on eBay. If they're not bought locally, they will be on eBay. I've held off on doing this for a while just because of the shipping costs and I wasn't sure how I was going to go about it. But honestly, I don't even care. I just want to get this stuff out of my garage so I can restart my new strategy, which is going to be primarily investing in booster boxes. And hopefully I can turn the money from this stuff into at least a case or 2 cases of booster boxes and it'll just be much more simple. And then I'll put that in the plastic bins. But let's go ahead and get into this stuff. We talked about this a lot on the live stream, but yeah, just stick to booster boxes, guys. Either Pokemon Center ETBs or booster boxes. And it's funny because I'm still making the same mistakes that I made with this stuff. There's a point where I was buying cases of ETBs. One, because I think ETBs, the promos and then the packs inside, I think it's pretty good value. And I had some luck. But recently, I learned that I am still not learning from my mistakes. I bought a case of Paldean Fates and we got no hits from that entire case. Like absolutely no serious hits out of that entire case. And that was pretty devastating, guys, because that was $430 after tax that I spent, and we got absolutely nothing out of that. I easily could have bought like 4, 5, 6, 7 nice SIRs. I could have had duplicates from that set, or just put that money into something way better like 151. I really need to take my own advice and start loading up on 151, and that'll probably come next. First, I want to get rid of all this stuff. Then I want to focus on buying Sword and Shield booster boxes before they go completely out of print, like Brilliant Stars and Silver Tempest. And then I'm going to be looking at primarily investing and hoarding 151. I think that is one of the best plays you can make, although it is a bummer that we don't have a booster box for 151, but I'm still confident that the UPCs are going to hold up really well down the road over time. Okay, enough time wasted. Let's get into it. So, right up, let's talk about this Pokemon Go Charmander pin collection. Why did I buy this? Well, this isn't the only one I bought. There's actually a Squirtle version and a Bulbasaur version. And basically, I bought all three of them because I was like, oh, it'll be cool to have all three of these and have a little piece of Pokemon history. Guys, if you're buying every single auxiliary product that becomes available for each of these sets, it's going to be endless. You're not going to have the space to fit all this stuff, and it's not going to store properly, and the value is just not going to be there long term, in my opinion. This is too few packs to actually go up in value and be worth something in the long term. Now, the promo is really cool. You guys probably can't see it, but the Charmander has a nice little swirl up here. But it's a couple packs and a pin, 3 booster packs and a pin. It was probably like $15 or $20, which honestly just isn't worth it. As a lot of people know, Pokemon Go was a really bad set overall. I still kind of like this set. I enjoyed its release. I like the Radiant, Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. I like the alt art Mewtwo, which is maybe featured on the pack art. No, it's not featured on the pack art, at least not from what I can tell. But yeah, that was a random product that I bought that I kind of regret. Last night we opened this Deoxys V-Star box, which we didn't get any hits out of. That was pretty devastating, but it was another perfect example of like these random products that just tend to not do that well. This was Sword and Shield base ETBs. So when I decided to get into collecting modern Pokemon products, my initial encounter with modern Pokemon products was we were at Walmart. We were trying to see if we could save money on groceries. So we were trying out Walmart. And in the checkout lane, of course, they had a ton of these. And I thought, oh, Pokemon's so hot right now. I got to get these ETBs. It's the hottest new thing. What my feeble brain failed to realize was that there are certain sets that have the great chase cards, and you know that's arguably why those sets get hailed as the best sets ever. And then there's sets like Sword and Shield base, which really have nothing to offer. And you know, the only reason that this set has gone up is because there's probably a shorter print than the other sets, and the booster boxes are going up, but the ETBs are just dead in the water. And again, I just think that it goes back to our conversation during the live stream that booster boxes are the staple investment. Now, I'm going to try and keep this video sub 20 minutes. One, because it'll take forever to upload if not, and two, just because, you know, we've got a couple products here to go over. So I'm going to try and breeze through there. But I paid $50 in ETB for these from Walmart. And that is, I just absolutely overpaid on these ETBs. And, you know, if I should have just went on eBay and looked at the price of a base set booster box, which I eventually ended up getting. And I think I paid like $180 for that. But meanwhile, I bought like 8 of these and they were $50 a piece. Guys, I spent $400. I didn't even get a case. I got 8 of them because I'm an idiot and I bought retail, which is another thing. I would avoid buying anything retail. Most of the time, you're going to overpay for this stuff. Okay, you're in the checkout lane. It's just easy. Grab some stuff. Maybe your kid wants some stuff, so you're going to open up with them. But there's so much to be said about avoiding retail in terms of the savings that you're going to lose out on. So let's move forward from that. I might as well leave these in here because I'm gonna have to go over. I'm gonna probably have to list them on eBay. here we have a random Sword and Shield EV10 that I picked up when we got our passport photos done at CVS. And I just picked it up because I was like, oh, there's Pokemon tins there. Guys, during the pandemic, during the last like 3 years, Pokemon was really, really hot. It's not scalping season anymore. People aren't grabbing products like they were. And mind you, I don't consider myself a scalper because I didn't ever turn around and try and sell the stuff immediately. For me, it was like, oh, this stuff's around me locally. Of course I'm going to grab it. Like it's MSRP, but even Pokemon MSRP at these retail locations is not really all that great. It doesn't do much for you in versus getting a booster box with 36 packs. So here's another random thing I bought. Now these have actually done pretty well, mainly because Hidden Fates it's a very popular special set. It's one of the special sets that actually did well. Special sets tend to not do too well. I think Crown Zenith will fall in line with that. You know, Crown Zenith has been underperforming a ton, but I do think that Crown Zenith is going to come back eventually. But I bought all of the Hidden Fates tins just because I thought they were really cool. But looking back, this was another purchase that I kind of just regret. They're just kind of random. I haven't even opened any of these, so I'll probably sell these Hidden Fates tins as being sealed products just because there's probably somebody out there who actually really wants them. It's just not me. Okay, stackable tins. These stackable tins, when these came out, I was grabbing these without even thinking twice about it. Like, I don't even know what packs are these. 3 TCG packs. So there's 3 packs in here. Probably costed $15 or $20, but even at $15, you're going to get a better cost basis. You're going to get a way better cost basis on buying the booster boxes than you would buying these random tins that honestly take up way too much space. You know, maybe for opening that stuff, it works out. There are people that get lucky enough to pull stuff from these random products, but I am not one of those person, and I have stressed that more than enough times that I really don't luck out when it comes to these kinds of products. All right. Now, Celebrations, I actually was kind of smart on. I bought a lot of Celebrations ETBs when they were retail on eBay, and all of those have since gone up a good bit. I also bought some Celebrations UPCs from someone locally off Craigslist, and that deal, looking back, was an awesome deal. But stuff like this, you know, going into Target and seeing this and just grabbing it, again, why did I buy this? I could have easily, you know, Celebrations is a big deal to me though, because I do like the fact that they have the reprints of the original base set designs for Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur. It's just really cool. And I guess this one comes with these other Celebrations cards that I don't have. So I actually might have to open this for my Celebrations binder. But I don't have these guys, which exclusively come in the lunchbox. But another purchase that I like semi-regret, kind of don't regret because it does have Celebrations. But again, with the Pokeball tins, whenever I found Pokeball tins, I pretty much always bought them. I thought they were cool. I thought they would make cool display pieces at one point. But I didn't really think about storing all of this stuff and how it was piling up. And now I have a closet full of booster boxes and cases. And that I'm going to start to rotate into my garage, which might not be the best place to store some of that stuff. But other than like Evolving Skies, most of it's probably going to go into the garage. But yeah, these tins, I would avoid any kind of tins. Oftentimes the packs get damaged while they're in packaging like this. So that was a major regret. Oh, and then sometimes I ended up, because I'm just looking at buying all kinds of stuff, I would end up overpaying and buying stuff that I didn't even need from TCGs I don't even really collect. But I always loved Digimon, and I thought this was a really cool box design. So this is the Classic Collection. And honestly, I think these are going to do well over time. I honestly think that this box is going to perform really well over time. Unfortunately, I don't know how big the Digimon market is, and that might not hold up well over time. But if anything, this will be a really cool, just historic collection piece. I don't know about you guys, but I've always loved Digimon. I think Digimon is just as cool as Pokemon. Same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it's just as cool, but the market is definitely with Pokemon. Pokemon, as other collectors have said it in the past, is basically the path of least resistance. It's where most people are going to put their money that are going into TCG. You know, Magic the Gathering is another really, really big one, but I feel like that's way more of a player's market than it is a collector's market. My local card shops, everyone is playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Everyone is playing Magic. No one is really playing Pokemon. So that's kind of interesting to me. Pokemon to me is more about collecting than anything. I should put this classic collection box up somewhere because I do love Digimon. But that was just another random thing I bought. Shining Fates, I don't even like that much, so I don't know why I bought this other than my love for Pikachu. Boxes like these, little gimmicky products like these, where the packaging takes up a lot of space and it's wasteful and there's a lot of plastic and crap like that. Definitely something that I feel like I regret buying. Most of the stuff has not moved up, and if it has, it's very marginal. And the stuff that did go up in value was either like Celebrations or Evolving Skies. Here we got some Celebrations. We have the Pikachu Celebrations box, the special collection, which has a Battle Styles and a Darkness Ablaze pack thrown in there. Maybe some other stuff I can't really see. And then there's some Celebrations packs. Let's see. So here's the front of it. You have the all the Pikachu cards, which look really, really good when they're in there together. This is actually a pretty cool looking collectible box based on that. You can see that original price sticker right there. What's that say? $30. Let's see if it was even worth $30. 4 Celebrations, 4 card booster packs, and 2 additional TCG booster packs. So 6 packs, $4 a pack. I guess that's kind of fair, but basically it's $5 a pack. There's 6 packs. It's at $30. Again, overpriced. You could get a Celebrations ETB at that time for $40, and you would get what, 8-9 packs out of that. So I think that was a better way to go for sure. And then there was the Greninja promo, even though that has really, really tanked, because everybody has a Greninja promo. Still, definitely at the time, it's a really cool box. I thought it was going to be super collectible. It might be super collectible one day. Has kind of a nice metallic shimmer to it. I love that Pikachu artwork on the back. But I definitely did not think this stuff through as well as I could have. Here's another one. I bought a lot of these just because they had Evolving Skies in them. But at the same time, it's like, why... I could have easily, like, these were, I want to say these were $25. I want to say these were $25 a box. And you get, it looks like you get 1 pack of, yeah, you get 1 pack of Evolving Skies. There's Vivid Voltage, there's Fusion Strike, and Chilling Reign, which is a nice mix-up of packs. You know, for that purpose, for the fact that you can get a little bit of everything, that's kind of cool. But for the most part, you get 1 pack of Evolving Skies in this guy. If I would have spent 10 times that amount, $250 probably at the time, or maybe $200 is what Evolving Skies was going for when I pretty much bought this, because this was around when Evolving Skies was a thing. Would have been a way better value. As you guys can see, Evolving Skies boxes went from $150, $200 price point when it was a popular set, when it was still fresh, to being now $700, $800 set. I'm sure there's some sales already at $1,000. So you just got way more value out of just buying the whole booster box. And it seems like a lot, like spending 10 times the amount of money. Well, Ryan, like not everybody has enough money to buy 10 times the amount. So boxes like these are really great for holding value. But I think a lot of people are going to miss the main point here, which is that most people are going to invest and buy sealed products. The staple sealed product is booster boxes. So definitely something to keep in mind. Now this was actually one of the better products that I bought. This has performed pretty well, and I'm not even sure why. I mean, I'm surprised that these are selling for a little bit more, but this was $60 and now is worth around $80. Might be worth around like $75. But I just really thought that this was a cool box. The black and yellow just was very complimentary for me. And of course, again, it's got Pikachu in there. It's got that same artwork of Pikachu. That seems to be their favorite Pikachu artwork that they use on products. And then you have that really cool promo, which a lot of people probably bought this for the promos. But you actually got 10 booster packs. So this was actually kind of a sweet deal. I knew somebody that actually pulled something pretty sweet out of these boxes. It's trying to focus on my head instead of the box. But this box, I just sold 2 of these to one of my good friends. Shout out to the homie. Because I honestly I'm just assuming that I'm not going to get anything out of it. So I just thought, you know what? Cut your losses. Maybe take all the money from selling all this stuff locally or online and put it towards another case, or put it towards stuff that I actually enjoy collecting right now. I feel like I've been really burnt out on opening packs lately. But that guy went up a little bit in value, so that was kind of a decent buy. And then this was just so random. So I bought 2 of these Kanto power boxes from a local card shop for like 180 a piece. By no means was like a great deal, but I knew how valuable XY Evolutions had become. And this box has, what, 10 XY Evolutions packs in it? Yeah, I believe it has 10 packs. Then it has these pretty dope promo cards. Yeah, 10 XY Evolutions packs. XY Evolutions packs are worth like, I want to say like $25, $30 a pack right now. So to me, it kind of made sense at the time. I was like, you know what, the box is probably more realistically worth like $250. So I bought this at $180, and these I think are sitting closer around like $200, $220. So not really the movement that I was expecting, but I did like how big the box was. I did like how it had the Pidgeot on there and the Dragonite. These Kanto Power Collection boxes remind me a lot of another box that I've opened a ton recently, which is why I'll probably sell this one too, because it gives me PTSD almost. Whoa, something fell in the kitchen. But yeah, just like products like this, like these big box products that take up too much space, I'm getting rid of all that kind of stuff. I am redoing everything with how I collect stuff. I'll probably stop collecting any kind of ETBs unless they're Pokemon Center ETBs. And I'll probably just stick to booster boxes. And I'll probably start opening booster boxes, which hurts because I like the smaller products because I can open stuff and I'm not opening 36 packs. You know, it seems like a lot to run through, but I feel like maybe the hit rates would be better from booster boxes. And people have been telling me this for a long time, right? I just wanted to believe that I would have better luck buying an assortment of all kind of random products, and that just has not been the case. Now, truly, it comes down to probability and just dumb luck, but my experiences are teaching me differently than everybody else, and I have had really, really bad experiences with all these random products. So, now the main purpose of this video is to show you guys all the kind of random products that you might want to avoid, but another purpose of this video is to say that, like, a lot of people, I think, consider me to be an experienced, knowledgeable collector, but I didn't start that way. I started as a complete idiot that had no idea what he was getting into. Honestly, I did a lot better buying vintage stuff because that stuff's way older, it's more sought after. It makes sense why that stuff would be valuable. But at the time, I was just thinking like everything in Pokemon is bullish, everything is go to the moon. Like Diana, trust me, my fiance Diana, I pleaded with her, like, trust me on these random boxes. This is all going to be worth good money someday. And in some respects, like the Zekrom Pikachu box, buying a bunch of those wouldn't have been the worst play in the world. Just to flip and sell down the road. The heavy hitters boxes I've been opening from Sam's Club, terrible opening experience, but if I would have sat on those and just sold them down the road and broke them down for the packs, kind of would be worth it to break them down for the packs. I probably would have made out on those boxes, but I wanted to open them. It was a big experiment, and if I hadn't opened basically a pallet over several live streams of heavy hitters boxes, I would never know what was really going to be the outcome of that. So I'm glad I went through that. Hopefully my losses and my setbacks and my failures as a collector can teach other people what not to do in the future. I think a lot of times we want to tell people what to do, what to invest in, buy this now, but it's important to also touch base on the stuff that didn't work for us. And it's just, as I'm cleaning up my garage, it was very evident to me that I had a lot of this random product and I needed to purge it. I needed to get rid of it because it just does not fit my collection goals anymore. There was a time when I genuinely believed that I would collect a piece of every single set, like random products, booster boxes. Not only that, I still firmly believed that I would complete every set. I would master set every set. That's probably not going to happen in my lifetime. It's more likely that I'll buy the sets complete, if anything, than mastering them. That's much more plausible because the amount of time it takes to put this stuff together, to find all the cards you need, it takes too much time. And then the storage space is a very real dilemma. You know, this stuff already takes up a lot of space in my garage, and it's not worth the space that it's taking up, right? Whereas the booster boxes have performed very well. I feel comfortable with having booster boxes take up a quarter of my garage. That makes a lot of sense. So in the future, I will be taking, investing in modern sealed product much more seriously, and hopefully you guys got some information from this video. You learned what to do and what not to do. And in a nutshell, I would just avoid these random boxed products and just stick to the traditional booster boxes. Whether you're opening them for fun or whether you're sitting on sealed product. Anyways, I told you guys I was going to keep it short. Remember, at 5,000 subs, we are going to open a heavy base set pack. Might have a Poliwrath, might have a Charizard. We're going to find out at 5,000 subscribers. We're going to do a live stream. I'm going to take that box. I'm going to take the wrapper off. I'm going to take out the heavy packs that I have left, and we're going to get into it. I'm going to randomly pick one out, and we're going to open that. And then on top of that, we will be opening 151. It'll probably be here by next week. 151 has just been so much fun to open. I can't wait. Anyways, peace out, guys. Have a fantastic night.